With there being a wide range of indie pattern designers out there, you probably have come to realize that the way the patterns are drafted is different from pattern company to pattern company. It can be daunting to figure out the sizing when it's different every time, but following the pattern company's directions is usually the best way to figure it out. I know, reading directions, right? We don't always like to read directions, but it actually is pretty important, especially when we're taking the time to construct a garment and we want it to fit well. Now we're going to talk about how do we fit Pamela's patterns. All right, take out the pattern directions that are in the pattern envelope for Pamela's patterns, and you'll find on the front page that there's a high bust size measurement. It goes from extra small to extra large. Now, I've had customers say, oh, I can't use Pamela's patterns because it only goes up to extra large. But did you know that Pamela's extra large is a lot different than the extra large in ready-to-wear? She bases all of her patterns off of a high bust measurement. Taking this high bust measurement will give you a better fit through the shoulders and the armhole area. I'm going to measure myself and show you how I figure out my pattern size, and then hopefully this will help you get a really great fitting garment with Pamela's patterns. Just as a little reference, in ready-to-wear, I wear about a size large or size 14 on the top, and in Pamela's patterns, I know that I wear a size medium. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be measuring myself with a tank top, but you just want to make sure you have a good fitting bra. I have a tank top on for modesty, and you also need a tape measure. So I'm going to be doing the high bust measurement, which is taking the tape measure and putting it basically around the shoulder blades, and then bringing it over the top of my bust. So it's up above my bust, the high bust. And you want it to be a snug skin fit. So my skin fit is 37 inches. Then while it's on you, take it down to the full bust. And standing in the mirror to do this is helpful to make sure that you're not slouching, like that it's down too far, up too high. Just make sure it's nice and straight on both sides. And I measure at 40, I think 40 would probably be good. You want to do it like a skin measurement, but you don't want to pull it so tight that, you know, you're having kind of like fluff coming over the tape measure. So I'm at 40. There are two front pieces to Pamela's top patterns. There's a basic front with no dart, and there's a darted front. If you have less than 3 inches between your high bust and your full bust, then you would want to choose the basic front pattern. You won't have to worry about putting a dart in. If you have 3 inches or more between the full bust and the high bust, then you will want to try the darted front. And if you're in between and you're not sure, try the darted front first, and then if you feel that there's too much room when you make the piece, then just cut the basic pattern out the next time. So I had 3 inches, if it was 40 inches for my full bust and 37 inches for my high bust, that is exactly 3 inches of difference. So I chose to cut out the full bust pattern piece in Pamela's patterns. And as I mentioned before, doing all of this will help you get a really nice fit through the shoulders and the armhole area. And that is really important, to not have bagginess or having the shoulders falling off the sides. So after you have your size figured out, I just wanted to mention that Pamela's patterns are designed with more room in the hips than your common commercial patterns such as McCall's or Butterick. And it should be okay. You should have enough room on the sides for most figures, but if your hips are proportionately larger, you can extend the cutting line in the hip area. So basically taking your pattern and making it straight rather than having an essence of a waist. And don't forget, you can always take it in later. It's a lot easier to take it in than it is to let it out, especially if you don't have enough fabric or seam allowance. The last thing is, if you find that the armholes in your garments are too long, you might want to consider shortening the armhole. The patterns include armhole fitting lines that can help you get a better fit. Pamela has a great tutorial on how to do this on her YouTube page. She shows you exactly how to identify if you need to do this adjustment and then how to adjust it on your pattern. I hope that this video helped you learn how to fit Pamela's patterns and that you'll give them a try, because don't forget, once you get a really good fit with one of them, you can create a whole wardrobe of great fitting garments.